What's going on, everybody? Joining me today is the one and only Joey, aka JoJo, aka AA, the man who created Lockdown. Joe, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Cap.
Whew. Are you ready to talk about all things Lockdown today?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, first question, like I always ask before every meeting and every play test where a new map comes out, what is Lockdown?
Lockdown's our newest map. It's set in Venezuela, deep in the jungles. It's this high security prison that houses some of Rogue Company's, biggest threats. Jackal is here to break somebody out, and Rogue Company's been sent in to stop him.
Ooh, a little bit of the flair. But Joe, what I always want is the meat and potatoes. What's the level design goals behind Lockdown?
The goals for Lockdown, they're about selling this mid to long range play style. I wanted to open up sort of our more closed off maps, open up these sight lines that you can see here. You can see enemies moving around the map. You can react to them a lot more. And then, the last goal is that thing you're looking at now, that tower. We wanted this contested power position that, honestly is just really exciting to play around.
I don't even know if you can really call this a goal. This is more of like the centerpiece, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
so originally, this tower wasn't in the middle of the map. We moved it around a lot, but once we put it in the mid, it was, we knew we had something truly special here.
Yeah.
Did you run into any challenges when it came to putting this tower into mid, or was it all pretty much lining up with the identity and it was smooth sailing from there?
We always knew we wanted, power positions. What that meant is like they could be on either side of the map. For a long time, they were more defender sided. But for me, I really wanted to put it in the 50-yard line just because I wanted both teams to have to fight over it. I didn't want it to just be a given for one side. I wanted something that was a bit of a risk to get to, and then there's a big payoff for getting to it.
Yeah, and I would say that goal accomplished, if it is a goal now,
Yeah.
even though I just said it's more of the centerpiece, but it is so unbelievably rewarding when you get up there, and the plays that follow are just so good. But it is on the 50,
Yeah.
It's highly contested, so
That's right.
it is a little bit tricky to get up there and pull off. Now, one thing that I think a lot of people always wonder is if the map is tailored for more mid to long range combat, what do you do to balance out all the other playstyles? Like, how does a Lancer make it work? How does a Chalk? Like, walk me through that.
For our Lancers and our Chalks, our close range players, the other half of the map is the interior of the prison. It's more of a CQB arena, and there's also a lot of good flank routes and options for those players to sort of weasel around and get around the more long range players.
Gotcha. So basically, if you're playing a SMG or a shotgun, kind of stick around more to the prison, or if you have really good utility usage, that always is good, right? That means you can play both.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, the yard has a lot of cover. Good utility usage can get you through there, can get you past that sniper and into their backlines.
Now, one thing that I'm going to just kind of surprise you here, and this is going to be a little bit of the behind the scenes for you guys at home, is this door that you're looking at hasn't always been here. In fact, for the majority of the development cycle, it did not exist. Joe, talk to me a little bit about what this door brought to the table and why you made that decision to add it to begin with.
Yeah, so this door definitely came in hot. This whole route in general came in hot. Before it was completely separated. And I felt like if a team went inside the prison, the match sort of just got locked down in there. There wasn't a whole lot happening. You kind of got pinched from either side. And if you wanted to flank or reconnect to the outside of the map, you had to go all the way around. And it just wasn't flowing right. So, the addition of this door, especially on the 50-yard line, like the tower, it's this connected route that has a big tell, the door.
Yep.
And it is a fast connection, but it's got a lot of risk and reward to it as well.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty much just a giant hallway. Now, the best part, one of my favorite parts about Lockdown 2 is that we managed to make it work and play very well on extraction, strikeout, and demolition. So yes, this map will be played on all three game modes. Now, Joe, hot seat here. What is your favorite game mode to play Lockdown on?
I'm more of a demolition guy, but I think on Lockdown, it's got to be strikeout. We have a point that is in the tower, and it gets really hectic, but it's just a lot of fun. Laid back a little bit. Pull out the sniper rifles and just have a blast.
Yeah, lots of high kills, and the biggest thing here is I want to see a lot of clips from people hitting the zip line and killing multiple people. That's what we're all about. I've tried it literally every playtest. Every single playtest. At least once it has to happen. Joe, I can't thank you enough for all of your hard work and dedication and passion that went into putting this map together. Do you have any closing thoughts for anyone at home?
Honestly, we've had a lot of fun, or I've had a lot of fun making this map. We've had a lot of fun playing this map internally. I'm just excited for it to get into players' hands, and I hope everyone enjoys it as much as I do.
All right. Well, everybody, as always, we love you. Thank you so much for joining us. Take it easy.
Defend it.
Perfect.